Today we're going to show you some sounds you get through your iPad through the Exploratorium.
This episode brought to you by Dine.com.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad play. It is Wednesday, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with an app. First of all, hey, you know the Twitter handle, iPad365. The email address is show@ipad-365.com. Feel free to Twitter me or email me. I'm also on Facebook. You can check it out on Facebook, facebook.com/iPad365. And then, of course, Google+. If you want to get to Google+, simple, just go geekazine.com/iPad365G+. Otherwise, go to Google+, type in iPad365, you'll find it right there. All right. This is a cool little app that uses sound. In fact, I'll pull up the sound here so you can hear it. It's called Sound Uncovered, and it's by the Exploratorium in the San Francisco area. Now, the cool thing about this is they have a sound version and they have another app which actually explores colors. But really cool ways to make your brain think a little bit more. So let's delve into this app really quick. So we're going to tap on the app. Basically, it's going to give you different areas to explore. The first one is the highest note, and this actually is a mind boggler. You start with one note. You hit any note on this keyboard-looking disc thing, and then you just keep going up. Basically, they want you to tell them when you've hit the highest note. Now, this really messes with your mind because all of a sudden, you just keep going, and you don't hear that high note. Here, let me show you. So we hit the first note. Okay, and the next note. And next. Next. It's progressing up. Wait a minute, it's still going. This is weird. I don't know where the high note is. Well, I kind of know where the high note is because I'm a little trained musician, but basically you spin around. If you hit all of the buttons 2 times around, that's technically the highest note, and then the next one kind of merges with the lowest note, so you don't see or hear the difference. But if you really focus in, you can actually tell the difference. You can tell when it actually does the cycle. So that's the highest note. Other things, they say, which car would you buy? Well, why don't you try the doors? You got one that does a door like that. The other one does this. And then, of course, we can try it again, both at the same time. Can you hear the difference? And that's what they're talking about. And they've got to show me more where they say the sounds you hear when you shut a car door are just as important as the sounds you don't hear. And so they're the good feeling sounds. Like, for instance, I went out to Ford and got a tour a couple times around their plant. And one thing that they did was they talked about the Ford Mustang. And they said, well, we're making our cars better and quieter. But if you own something like a Mustang, you don't want that. You want that sound of that engine roar. So we're trying to make the sound quiet of the car so you don't hear any of the external sounds. But the internal sounds, you still want to hear that engine roar. And if they go changing the engine, they're going to still have to figure out a way to make that Mustang sound go through for those enthusiasts. So that's basically the idea, is going through, checking out the sounds. This one's what's making this sound. If you can hear it, it kind of sounds like, here, I'll do this. Kind of sounds like a tuba, kind of sounds like a bumblebee. What is it? And it says, tell me. It's actually sand. So, and there's different ways that they're playing with your mind on this, and there's a lot of cool little things here. We've got the 3 here. How old are your ears? Sounds like, play it backwards, which is pretty cool. You can actually say something like, welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at iPad apps a day to keep your iPad a-play. And of course, it's going to process it. It'll play it just like in the tape player. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at iPad apps a day to keep your iPad a-play. Now let's listen to it backwards. Fun little app. It's called Sound Uncovered by the Exploratorium. Absolutely free. There's no in-app charges or anything like that. Give that, put it on your iPad, something for the kids, something for you to get your ear a little bit more fine-tuned and understand your hearing. Like I said, they also have another app out there that lets you explore through colors and go from there. So if you want to check out both the apps, they're both in the App Store right now. All right, for the last few weeks, I've been talking about Dyn.com, DYN.com for your enterprise need, for your small, medium business need. Let's talk about the consumer level. Let's talk about you're sitting on your couch, you don't have a business, you go to work, you come home, you sit down. How does Dyn.com help you, the regular consumer? Well, let's look at it this way. Do you travel a lot? Do you like to record all your shows on these DVRs that you now get from your cable company or maybe on a computer? Big Bang Theory episodes or American Restoration or Pawn Stars or anything like that. And then you're sitting there in the hotel wondering what to do, what to watch, and you can't watch these TV shows because they're on your DVR at home. Well, that's where Dyn.com comes in. You can create portals to your home so you can set up things like DVRs, webcams, and other devices on your computers so you can access your home machines, so you can access your home DVR, so you can access a webcam. If your family is with you and you want to make sure that the house is okay, all you have to do is call it up on a webcam and see how everything is back at your hometown. So there is a lot of great stuff you can do with Dyn.com by setting up DNS in the household. It's all about faster internet, and that's what we're talking about. Get yourself faster internet simply by going over to Dyn.com, DYN.com /podcast 30. If you're ready to check out with one of these great features, all you have to do is at checkout, use the promo code podcast 30 and you'll get 30% off that great price. That's over at Dyn.com /podcast 30. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What'd you think of the Sound Exploratorium? I had a lot of fun with it when I went through and checked out the different pages of the app, and we could see if any get updated as we go, and it'll definitely stay on my iPad. Something for the kids, something for myself to kind of keep in check and go from there. Hey, if you've got an app that you want me to take a look at, all you have to do is Twitter me over at iPad365. You can also email me at show@ipad-365.com. Like I said, I'm on Facebook, I'm up on Google+. You can always catch me there. All right, we will be back on Friday when we'll have another app. And then, of course, we're going to make a small little change come the following week. Instead of doing 3 episodes a week, I'm going to switch it down to 2 for the next couple months, because I'm going to be going to Vegas for NAB. I'll be going back to Vegas for CA World, and then I'll be heading to New York for TechCrunch Disrupt. And the summer is looking just as busy as this next month. So I'm going to switch it up to 2 a week. And of course, if there's any apps that you want me to take a look at, all you have to do is let me know. Thanks to the guys over at juststand.org. Of course, OmniMount for the desk. And then, of course, this little device, the Versa stand right here, is a great way for you to hold your iPad. We'll check you out on Friday, another episode of iPad 365. And until then, you guys geek out.